The Trump tariffs have gotten me, y'all. I have got by the Trump freaking tariffs, y'all. Tell me why I had to give in my social security number, tax documents, and pay a $319 duty just to get my package from DHL, y'all. This is the world we live in now, y'all. This is Trump's America. Do you remember back when Trump was running and when he got elected and we were talking about his plans to implement these tariffs and how insane it was for him to be implementing these tariffs? And everybody was sitting here, all of his supporters were like, it's just a bargaining tool. He's not actually going to implement tariffs. It's just a bargaining tool. Suddenly it went from it's just a bargaining tool to now it's like, yeah, we support the tariffs. We don't mind spending extra money to support those tariffs and to buy American. We love that because we support the president, y'all. And these same people sitting here talking about how have the Trump tariffs impacted you? Have they actually impacted you? Yeah. Trump policies, the Trump administration, his policies are actually impacting people. And you can tell, you're a privileged person if that's what you're asking. If that's what you're asking, because I know you're not an undocumented immigrant. I know that much. I know you're not an immigrant, period, worried about your status in the United States. So that's how I know that you a privileged person. If you sit here talking about, well, how has Trump tariffs even affected you personally? Well, or Trump policies. Well, guess what? Trump tariffs got me, y'all. They got me. I had to submit a social security number. My social security number to get a DHL package, y'all. Y'all, my package sat in Cincinnati, Ohio Customs for 2 weeks. 2 weeks waiting to be cleared by Customs. And eventually, towards the end of that 2 weeks, I found out that I needed to provide a social security number, tax documents, and pay a $300-something duty. Y'all, and mind you, when DHL first asked me for my social security number, they didn't offer me any secure link. They were like, hey, just send it in this unsecure email right here that you have no idea where the hell it's going to end up. This is the world we live in under Trump tariffs, folks. Under Trump tariffs, you're sitting here having to give social security numbers to get packages. Why? Because Trump lowered the threshold from $2,500 to $800. So before, if you ordered anything from abroad online for less than $2,500, you just got your package regular, like Amazon shipping that shit. You put your order in, you pay your shipping, and here comes your package. That's how it used to be. And then Trump came in here and implemented his tariffs and then decided part of that was going to be to lower the threshold to $800. So it's not just professional importers and resellers who are now having to deal with these intense requirements, submitting social security numbers, employee identification numbers, tax identification numbers, tax documents. It's people buying $2,500 or more. So you're talking luxury goods and you're talking importers, people who do this for a business, for a living, right? They had to go through more stringent protocols in order to get their stuff into the country. But now, because of Trump, he lowered that shit to $800. So the average person who just, like me, in this instance, was buying a freaking piece of furniture that happened to exceed $800, but was well below the old $2,500 limit. You get people like me getting sucked up in collateral damage, now having to pull out social security cards. So they asked me for my social security card. They wanted me to send a PDF, a PNG, a picture of my social security card to get a package. This is the world under the Trump administration 2.0. This is the country that we live in now. Okay? Y'all, When I tell you my gas was flabbered, okay? When I realized that I was going to have to submit my social security card, I had to dig for tax documents, y'all. This lady on the phone asked me for my W-2. I didn't have my W-2. I had to pull out some other random ass tax documents that thankfully had the information they were looking for. And then after I did all that and that was finally approved, mind you, I mean, the back and forth, y'all, the back and forth on top of it, okay? When all that was finally approved, then I got hit with a $319 bill on top of what I paid for my furniture, the package. 210 of that was for storing my package for that 2 weeks that it sat in customs in Cincinnati, Ohio. That was completely out of my hands. DHL, I'm going to be filing a grievance for that. Just so you know, I expect you to be paying that shit back. This is the world we live in now under Trump's administration and with Trump tariffs, y'all. They're making our lives more miserable. Because in his stupid ass logic, he's thinking that, you know, if the China products are more expensive, if I add $150 tariffs on them, nobody's going to want to buy them and they're going to want to buy American. No, that's not what's going to happen. People are not going to buy American because American is too expensive. We've already established this since the 1980s. That's why y'all motherfuckers went abroad in the first place. All of your freaking cronies, Donald Trump, because it's you and your class of people who are doing this. You're the business people. Y'all are the CEOs. Y'all are the corporate people. Y'all are running the multinational corporations that fled America. But now here you are trying to bring things back to America, where now things are exorbitantly expensive because of all of the divesting that we've done over the last 40 years since Reaganomics was implemented. It's not going to make people want to buy American. You know what? It didn't make me want to buy American. You know what it made me want to do? Not spend no money at all. Spending freeze 2025 and for the foreseeable future. That's what I'm doing in response to Trump's tariffs. Spending freeze 2025. I ain't buying shit. If it's not a necessity, if it's not food, if it's not something that I need, I ain't buying shit yet. My money's staying in my freaking pocket. Spending freeze 2025. Like I said before, these, 1% people, the only thing they listen to, the powers that be, the only thing they listen to, the only language they speak is money and violence. So I'm about to speak to them with my money. And I suggest that everybody else in the United States who doesn't support this fucking buffoon also starts speaking with their wallet. Stop fucking buying shit. Stop buying shit, period. Fuck these tariffs and fuck these fuck these American companies who now are thinking that we're going to turn around and start buying from them when they've been gouging us, exploiting us, divesting from the American worker and consumer for the last 40 fucking years. And these are the motherfuckers who got us into this place in the first place. And now they expect to be rewarded for that. By now us turning around and bringing the dollar back into their businesses. Hell no. Hell no. I ain't spending shit. Spending freeze 2025. You mean to tell me I got to be sitting here giving my social security number, sending tax documents, paying crazy duties in order to get a freaking package from DHL? And you think I'm going to continue dealing with that nonsense? Hell no. Hell no. If anything, it's made me not only it's like I'm not spending, but I'm especially not spending out of spite. Out of spite. F all of these people. F Trump. F all of his cronies. F all of these American businesses who never gave a damn about the American people in the first place. Ain't nobody getting my money. Spending freeze 2025 and for the foreseeable future. Join me, folks. Join me. Because we can't let these business people and these CEOs and these corporations continue to treat us like dirt and exploit us. Now you guys are tacking these insane tariffs onto things and making, world commerce difficult. And now you think that you're going to be rewarded by Americans bringing their dollar back into your American businesses? Hell no. Hell no. I can't get my cheap stuff from China. Guess what? I ain't getting nothing at all. None of us get anything. I don't get anything, you don't get my dollar. And that's how I'm moving forward for the foreseeable future.